These are the resources that I have used to take my watercolor art from this to this in just a few years. I just got out of the shower. Excuse my wet hair. At least I didn't take you in with me. Gotta give me that. So one of my best resources that I use probably multiple times a week is stock image site. Find reference images there. So my favorites are Unsplash and Pexels. They are copyright free, so you are allowed to reuse them and alter them if you want to. If you're going to be entering those competitions that we talked about earlier, most competitions and exhibitions will not allow you to use reference images that any other person created. You have to have all your own reference photos. If you're making something and you want to put it in, you know it's going to be really good and you're going to put it into a competition, you're probably going to have to come up with a reference photo on your own. Now, that doesn't stop you from using those. You can look to see how a tail of a bird is supposed to look. So let's go over to the computer and I'll show you a couple places that I think might be really helpful to you. There's an app that you can download. It's called Magic Poser. So Magic Poser would be great if you're needing a reference for how the body is going to be shaped. Many years ago, I spent days looking for a reference for just one hand that had to be positioned a certain way. So apps like this could save you hours. Now, like I said, I really like Pexels and Unsplash, but there's another place on the internet called Pixabay. And you want to make sure that you include the A. It's Pixabay. And you can come out here and you can just put in like reference art posing. You can see other people's poses. You can also see posing for hands and bodies and mouths and so on and so forth. Also on Pixabay, you can look up free reference images. Like I said before, you can look up animals, people, situations, food, tablescapes, almost anything. There's been very, very rarely I've not been able to find an image, at least for me to look at for color reference, for reference of fur or whatever. Another great one that I really like is Pexels. That's Pexels. They have, again, it's the same sort of thing. There's a lot of reference images. If you don't find the image that you need on one, you can go to another one. Probably my favorite lately has been Unsplash, and they have a lot of images that you could use for reference. I mean, again, everything you could possibly ever think of. One thing I don't like about some of these places is that you'll go through your reference and you'll see a really great photo that you just love. And then when you go to click on it to download it, then you'll see that they actually want to sell you the image, so you have to sign up for a pay service. Plenty of other references out there without it. Now, there's another place on the internet called Quick Poses. And this is a Russian site, but they do have an English translation for it. It's basically like a bunch of freelancers that have gone out and they have taken pictures of their bodies in different poses so that you can go out and use those for references. Now, they do have a license on there. If you want to just use it for yourself, non-commercially, then you're welcome to do that as much as you want, but then you go up from there. Now, you do want to be careful. There is some kind of questionable stuff there, but you can watch and you can see some really beautiful poses that people are doing of their body. Sometimes I just go over to Google Images and I just look through images. I especially like Wikipedia images that come from state agency like the Department of Natural Resources, things like that, especially if you're looking for animals. Those are just a few of the places that I would recommend on the internet. I hope you're enjoying my series on the best resources for watercolor artists. This is just one part of many, and you can follow my playlist to see all my favorite resource videos. I would love it if you would like, subscribe, leave a comment below and telling me your favorite watercolor resource. And in the meantime, please enjoy this video, which is part of my resource series.